Hi, this is Jamie, and this is Live from the Heart. And we have Dan Shine with us tonight, which I think is awesome.
Hi, Jamie. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Yeah, great episode of Region Free as always.
Yes, we had a good time tonight. I enjoyed the conversation thoroughly tonight. It was a lot of very interesting topics. And a shame that we actually didn't get to all the topics we had in mind because, we talked too much about the other ones. So that's how good those topics were tonight. They were good topics.
That's
Um,
cool. You're set for next time.
yeah. So, what have you been watching this week?
I've had, it's a big wrestling week. So we pre-recorded a bunch of stuff. So, uh, kind of getting ready to plan out the next slate of episodes on Flesh Wound Features. But yeah, pretty much just been watching wrestling stuff. My other side passion, in addition to the horror.
My grandma used to like wrestling a lot.
Oh yeah.
She wouldn't even, I remember my dad wanted her to come babysit, and she said, my dad didn't have cable. He was a real like stickler for like, you know, you gotta be outside. He only needed three channels. That's all he ever wanted when I was a kid was three channels. And
Hmm.
it was my mom where I watched everything.
Yeah.
Um, but uh, my grandma, she said, okay, I'll come babysit the kids, but you have to get cable because there's no way I'm missing my wrestling. So my dad ended up getting cable just so my grandma could watch wrestling 3 or 4 nights a week, which I thought was hilarious. She
She
loved it.
WWF or WCW guy at that point. Like
Uh,
girl, sorry,
that
not guy.
lady.
Lady.
I'm not WF or WCW. Maybe I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. I think it was, what channel was it on all the time?
TNT,
Yeah,
TBS,
that
probably.
sounds right. Both of them. She probably watched it all, knowing her. I never paid that much attention because that was at a time when I was already fully grown and
Uh-huh.
moved out of the house. So I wasn't there to see exactly what she was watching, but I know she really, really liked it a lot.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, uh it's really big around that time, so it had
Yeah,
all yeah. There's
that was
actually
like,
more female fans now than there were, I think, back then. Uh, more you see it more and more. It's not a uncommon occurrence to see young girls with wrestling shirts walking around. My nieces really love it too.
yeah. Yeah, it's not something I ever really got into, but my brothers all really liked it, and I was too girly for all that stuff, growing up. And plus everything my brothers liked, I was like not gonna like automatically just because they liked it.
Hmm.
So I tried to like everything opposite of them. It was kind of funny.
Were they not horror guys back then?
My brother, my one brother, Ryan, he is huge into movies and horror, especially. He's not just strictly horror. He likes
Hmm.
all kinds of stuff. But like I remember starting him out on Big Trouble in Little China when he was
Oh,
little. And that was the first
uh,
movie that I remember he would watch over and over and over and over and over again. My brother Mark, he really isn't so much into the TV and movies as much as me and Ryan were.
mhm.
Um, and my other two brothers, they were too little for me to be around when they went through their media phase or whatever, and they're millennials. So they're totally different generation than me. And so I didn't really get to know what they liked as far as media goes, except for games. I do know a lot about what kind of games they like to play, because mostly every single time I get on PlayStation they're on there, so playing Call
Oh,
of Duty.
nice. Yeah, it's funny. I have a younger brother who's a year younger, and an older brother who's 12 years older, and I'm actually closer to the older brother.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
Different generation in a way. I mean, 12 years is a lot, so you don't, grow the same way. He was a teenager, obviously, when I was born, but uh, yeah. But nobody in my family was like a big horror person, so that was always kind of just me.
Yeah, my mom is the reason that I fell in love with horror because she, when I was little, used to read the Grimm's fairy tales to me, and I became obsessed with mostly Sleeping Beauty when I was little. I remember her telling me, that story over and over and over again. And I'm hearing an echo.
No, I don't think I hear anything. Do you hear it with me at all?
Mm, I don't know. It was just for a second. That was
It
weird.
could be if you leave. Sometimes I'll leave like the YouTube show on while I'm doing it. I'm like, oh shit. And then I have to, maybe it's
Oh
that. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. It was just slight for a second. I don't know what happened there, but
Mhm.
um, so she encouraged it, and she was always big on like buying me books. If I asked for a book, she never hesitated to buy me a book, or she would
Mhm.
introduce me to certain things. Like she introduced me to VC Andrews. It is echoing. That's really weird.
I think when you say it, like if I listen closely, I hear like a slight hum. It's not so much when you talk though.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about because
Could
I
be an
have everything
internet
plugged
thing.
in.
Um, well, let's see. Don't think it's on my end.
I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm a loudmouth.
It happens. I'm not hearing anything. I don't know. I don't think there's anything on the YouTube. Or if anybody's in the chat, if you hear a hum, just let us know.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat hears an echo or anything, let me know because I might have to readjust some things or something. But that's weird because I've never usually had that happen before.
It
Yeah,
happens
zombie.
once in a while.
I do have a big family. It's very big, actually. We're a big Scottish clan for reals.
What kind of authors? You said V.C. Andrews, so I guess you're a Flowers in the Attic fan. And
Yes,
uh,
my mom got me into the VC Andrews books when I was a kid, and I read the entire series when I was
mhm.
young, and I don't regret it one bit. It brought me in. It was actually, it's funny. It might be part of my whole liking of David Lynch and other things that are kind of on the disturbing side, of things like
Yeah,
peeps and whatnot. I mean, that
yeah.
stuff's pretty darn disturbing. Not horror, but disturbing to the
Oh,
mind.
yeah. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be hard or be disturbing. Flowers in the Attic. I read that. That's a lot of pretty rough themes in that
It
one.
is. It is.
Yeah.
But it's, you know what? I really like the movie too, quite a bit.
Hmm.
Louise Fletcher. I always
Oh
really
yeah.
like her whenever
Hmm.
she's in something. And even in Exorcist too, I really
Oh
like
yeah.
her in that.
She's amazing. She was amazing in Deep Space Nine as Kai Wen. It's kind of
Yeah.
a recurring role. Um, yeah. Well, of course, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Oh
which you
yes.
can't beat Nurse Ratchet.
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah. What other authors were you like into back then? I don't think I've ever really talked to you about books.
Stephen King.
Hmm.
I literally have a library of Stephen King books here. Of course, I liked his alter, Richard Bachman.
Hmm.
Um, um, Robert Hanlon. Is that his Hanlon or
Robert Heinlein. Yeah.
Heinlein? Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, uh, Philip K. Dick.
Okay.
Um, trying to think of all the stuff that I used to read.
So you're a big sci-fi fan then with
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. William Peter Blatty, because I read all of the Exorcist stuff.
Oh, Lauren is very happy if he's listening.
Yeah. Dean Koontz, Clive Barker.
Oh, good.
Um,
Wasn't a Kuntz guy, but Clive Barker was one of my biggest horror influences. I don't know what it was about Kuntz. I mean, I read enough to be able to judge it. He just never totally connected with me. A couple of his early novels were good, but I don't know. I have some gaps. Maybe I have to revisit Kuntz at some point.
yeah, I really, really liked Phantoms. That's kind of what
Hmm.
drew me in was Phantoms. And then I read another one and I cannot remember the name of it, but it had to do with this guy in Alaska who kidnaps a woman and holds her hostage. And it was all about how she gets away. And I can't recall the name of that one, but I remember liking it a lot.
Yeah, I
Um,
read like Hideaway, which is another one that became a movie with Jeff Goldblum, and uh, I read at least I don't know, I read at least 6 or 7 Kuntz novels. Just never grabbed me. I don't know
yeah.
why.
I'm trying to think of who else. I know I read a lot more stuff, and it's just my brain just. That's the announcement I kind of wanted to make, was I wanted to talk and explain to people a little bit about what's going on with me health wise, because um, I don't know if people noticed or do notice, because I'm fairly new to this group, but like my forgetfulness, my can't remember, my not being able to remember words or phrases, my mixing up sentences and being like stuttering through things. That's all because my illness is has a hold of me right now. Um, I could tell something's wrong, and I just was in total denial. I didn't want to accept that
Mm,
something more was going on, and that I was going to have to readjust my medications and go through a little bit of a hell again, because I already went through 6 years of hell. And
hmm
I've only been clear from it in remission for about 3. So finding out that my illness is out of remission was very upsetting for me. It's why my face looks puffy. I usually am much thinner in the face, but my face is puffy because that's what that's what the Hashimoto's does. It creates a bunch of hormonal imbalances in your body, so that everything
hmm
gets, all the wires get crossed and nothing works right. And you get brain fog, and your body aches everywhere. Like I noticed, I was on someone's stream. Was it Hayden's? I think it was Hayden's stream the other night. And I was going like this, like the whole stream, because my
hmm
back is killing me, because all my joints are aching.
Kind
So
of like shooting pains or like
it's
chills sort of thing.
it's aches. Like it's
Hmm
just a constant dull pain that just is there at all times.
Yeah, yeah.
And it sits in places, joints mostly.
hmm
Um, yeah, it's very difficult for me right now, because I'm afraid of what people see of me on the outside, and what I know is going on the inside. I just don't want people to think that, like, I'm flaky, you know,
Oh no.
or airheaded, or I'm gaining a little weight, and which has been very upsetting for me. I've put on 10 pounds. I did get down to 107 pounds, which for me is ideal because I'm only 5 feet tall. So
hmm
I did get down there, but I gained some of that back because the illness started to rear its ugly head. Um, so I just kind of wanted to let everybody out there know that, because there may be times when I might not be able to last through a stream as long. I might, my moods might be a little bit weird. I might go out foggy, um, because they're making adjustments to my medication right now, and I won't know, until the next blood test, which will be in like 6 weeks,
hmm
um, whether it's adjusted right or not. So I'm just gonna have to. People are gonna have to bear with me as I go through this difficult change, because sometimes
Well,
it makes me sleep, and
yeah,
sometimes
I
it
get
makes me
that.
totally wide awake. So I don't know which way it's gonna. I don't know which way it's gonna push me this time.
Well, I wouldn't worry about the weight. I think most of us on the podcast are probably like 3 of you together in one. So I think you're pretty good on that front. That sucks, but it sounds like they're on top of it. So hopefully, I know it'll be a rough 6 weeks. Medical stuff, the waiting's always the worst. It really is. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, it sucks. You got the pains, obviously, and all that, but the waiting I find is always the crappiest. I know there's a couple other people in the other podcasts that have gone through that recently. I know Lauren has posted about it, and
mhm.
yeah, that waiting is just like, oh, let me just get it done. That's
Also,
always the
the
worst.
I have a I have a goiter. It's my thyroid should only be like this big, and you can
Uh huh.
see that it's like that big.
Yeah, my
And
mom has a thyroid issue. Yeah.
yeah. And so that makes it difficult for me to swallow, to I'm always hoarse, so I'm always clearing my throat, which I feel guilty about because I feel like I'm interrupting or bothering people, with my clearing my throat all the time.
Hmm.
Um, and it's the worst part for me has been it stole my ability to sing. I want to sing so badly
Hmm.
and I want to do it and feel good about it. But I can't because it's so difficult. It hurts so much and I just don't have the range as long as I have all these nodes in my throat
Hmm.
and it's pushing on my vocal cords. I just don't have the range I used to. So that's been the most difficult transition for me because even my parents would tell you that I could sing and I was singing Beatles songs, humming them in my crib before I could even speak.
Oh
So
wow.
for me, singing is like part of my soul. And it's been a horrible, horrible thing for me to lose that ability. And I hope
It
one day to get it back.
Oh, it'll come back. And you sounded good. You may have posted it a while ago, but I saw you had a singing video on your channel, which was very beautiful.
Yeah,
So you were a Beatles kid. I actually, it's a long story how I got it, but I have a Paul McCartney signed poster that's pretty cool. Not a big Beatles guy, but it was. I'll have to. It's like way high, but I'll show it to you sometime.
that would be cool.
Uh,
I would like that.
yeah,
I'm a huge
yeah.
Beatles fan. My parents were extremely big into the Beatles. So
Hmm.
literally my whole childhood feels like it was uh, soundtracked by the Beatles and
Hmm.
the Beatles and the Bee Gees and the Doobie
Oh,
Brothers.
nice.
The Doobie Brothers. My dad played the Doobie Brothers all the time. My dad had that one of those reel to reels, which like they have
Hmm.
in Pulp Fiction,
Oh,
which I
nice.
hope to get someday. I hope to get it. It's really cool, and he has a lot of really good old albums for that thing that I'd like to listen to, like Neil Diamond and the Beatles, and a few other things that I just mentioned that I can't remember now because my brain went.
Was he my I have no musical talent like whatsoever. My mom it was before they got famous unfortunately, but my mom used to sing backup for Paul Revere and the Raiders when they were
Oh,
starting out, like high school days, like in gyms and churches wherever else they played. But yeah, my musical knowledge isn't great. I was always packing my brain with like horror movies, books. I love music as much as the next guy, but I don't, you know, I don't have the same recall.
music for me was like it just came naturally, and so I don't I played clarinet. I
Hmm.
did try to play guitar, but my fingers are just too small and delicate, and I just am not. I wouldn't be good at that. Couldn't play piano because again, small hands. So I use my voice as my instrument, and it's just really a shame. But I did always really really like music a lot to the point where when I turned about 5, my dad started. He noticed that I could just rattle off like all these facts and stuff about music that he would tell me over time
Hmm.
or stuff I would hear on the radio when they were, announcing a song here and there. And so he bought me a like a Trivial Pursuit kind of game,
Hmm.
and I just memorized all of the information in it, and I used to kick everybody's butt at it. And then MTV came around, and I saw that from the very first video. So
Oh, nice.
MTV was on every single day in my home, like the radio. So I
Hmm.
grew up watching all of these videos, and they'd have those little blurbs at the bottom telling you all the information on the songs. So my head being, I'm kind of, I got a photogenic memory. So
Hmm.
I would just, my head was just taking pictures all the time. This is how I memorized like, uh, actors and directors and other people who make movies because the credits would come on and my brain would just pick all that up. And so that's what's brought me here really is the fact that I can do that because I never went to film school. I never went to music school. I never did any of that stuff. I'm just a big fan, and I'm able to memorize a lot of information. So, or at least I used to be able to. I don't know how that's going to go over now with the Hashimoto's disease. It feels like my short-term memory is really stinky. So,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, I was always really into music, big time. I dated a drummer in high school. He was I thought he was so hot playing that drum set, you know. And I always did have a thing for, guys that play guitar and stuff. So I think music has always been a big part of my life. It was always a big part of my dad's life. He played
Hmm.
guitar and sang in a band. Him and my dad, he was a twin.
Oh yeah.
Him and his brother had a band called the Sunflower Infantry. I find that so hilarious and amusing.
Do you have some of their music, or did any of it? You know.
No, they were just playing around. They were just a garage band playing around
Hmm.
town. My uncle to this day still plays in the bars around town. My father
Hmm.
is gone now, but my uncle, he's in a band called the Geezers now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. And it's funny because he's got like this big long beard. He kind of looks like ZZ Top. I
Hmm.
think it's funny. But yeah, so basically that's how it has been with, music in my life and movies. My mother encouraged music, my dad encouraged. So I just kind of got all of the arts just thrown at me, and I always felt like my parents encouraged me when I would show an interest in something. And I think I just was artistic. And so
Hmm.
that's how I've gotten here.
Yeah, my passions always kind of stayed the same from childhood to now. It was always horror movies, pro wrestling, horror literature, of course. Um, yeah, it's always that. I remember my parents were, uh, yeah, I mean, fairly supportive. There would be like those brief periods where it's like, don't you want to, like, they tried to get me into being like a Boy Scout, and I just, how did it go? It was like I tied a knot, whoop de doo. Uh, so there was some failed attempts to get me into more normal stuff, I guess, at that time. But no, it was always horror. That fire's just always burned, and until now. Uh,
You mentioned a boat earlier. So
yeah.
you're into boating then? Do you go out on the ocean, or is there a lake you like to go on to?
So we go up to my family goes up to Lake Lanier,
Mhm.
which is the largest man-made lake. It's actually an interesting story if you Google Lake Lanier. They basically flooded like an entire town, and then so I mean it's gorgeous. Actually, it's getting about time I can go out again because we our weather now is turned, so we're getting late 70s, early 80s. So yeah, I can't say I'm great at it. I can't like go out on my own yet, but I mean, I have a license. I can, which is insane. Like how easy it is. It takes like a day or two online and $30, and you have a boat license. It's
Yeah.
not, you don't really have to prove anything. But but I got that. I love going out. It's like the most peaceful thing. I don't know how if I can swing it, but I've said for a while. I think I don't know if I was talking to Lauren or something the other day, but I'd love to do like some sort of aquatic horror show like from my boat because we have like a Margaritaville on the lake, Lanier Islands, and I believe it's one of the areas where you can actually see Jaws on the water.
Oh, cool.
Which, yeah, I haven't done that. I mean, I've seen Jaws, of course, but I haven't gotten to see it on the water, which I think is a really cool experience. And
Oh,
this
yeah.
year, I'm a big guy, so it's hard, but I want to do some more water skiing. So that's kind of my post-COVID goal to get into that a little bit.
I never ever could do the water skiing because I was always so small that as soon as my dad would get the boat going, the force of it would just drag me right down right into the water. I could never get the skis like to go back like that. So I just gave up on that, and my brother and I used to like to go tubing quite a bit.
Oh,
We
nice.
we put like a old tire tube on the back of the boat, and my dad would drag us around
Mhm.
the lake. Literally, I lived on the lake every single summer of my life until until I was a mom.
Hmm.
Once I became a mom, it was a lot harder for me to go out there with my dad. My dad, he was out there every single chance he got to. He loved boating. We grew up. My first boat was a small 15-foot boat, just a speed boat.
Uh-huh.
And then my dad got a 21-foot cabin cruiser, which, boy, I thought that was so cool, having a cabin
Hmm.
cruiser with a sink and a bathroom and all this stuff in there. But it was really tiny in comparison to like other boats.
Hmm.
But that one he named Scotch and Water because we're Scottish and we were in the water. So Scotch and Water.
Yeah.
And that boat we had until my dad was probably, oh, I don't know, it was a little bit after he retired. That was a fully wood boat. He every year he would have us sanding the bottom of it, repainting it, redoing the woodwork on the railings and all this stuff. And he always used to tell me that if God meant for there to be glass boats, then he would have made fiberglass trees, fiberglass boats, fiberglass trees. But then when he got older, he bought himself a 25-foot cabin cruiser and it's fiberglass. So I had to make fun of him a lot for that. But when he did that, we took Scotch and Water out of the water. And instead of my dad selling the boat, he refused to do it because literally he had it for about 20 years. We burned it in my backyard.
Oh,
And
wow.
and I still have pieces of it, like the hatch from the front, from
Uh-huh.
the bow, and then the railings from the back of the boat are still around. And I think they're like the steering wheel and one of the seats. And
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I used to like to go boating quite a bit as a kid. I do miss it. I do go to the
Hmm.
lake all the time because I literally can see that if I go up back here,
Uh-huh.
I have like this big hill, and up at the top of the hill, there's a big tree. And if you stand right by that tree, you can look right across and you can see the lake down there. Now, there's been a bunch of pine trees that have grown up kind of and blocked our way a little bit. So we don't see the lake as much as we used to, but it's
Hmm.
still there and you can still see it. And it's a great view. I really like living by a lake. And it's so funny because all my life, I thought everybody lived by a lake. I was like totally shocked when my one friend was like, "Yeah, we drive all the way from, I can't remember, Bolivar, New York or something, to come here." And I'm like, "What? You don't have a lake by your house?" He's like, "No." And I
How
was like,
big's the lake? Like, is
"It's
this a?
it's fairly big. You can see it, when you look at a map of New York, it's there.
Hmm.
It's Chautauqua Lake. It's it's fairly big.
Hmm.
Um, you got Buffalo up there, and then you got Lake Erie, but
Hmm.
Chautauqua Lake is sitting down in the corner, and that's about that's where it is, and it's fairly big, but compared to like Lake Erie, it's nothing.
Oh,
But
yeah, yeah.
something neat is the water that starts here in this lake ends up in the Gulf of Mexico
Hmm.
because of the way that the water goes from the lake down into the Conewango, and then it goes into I can't remember that. I think it goes into the Ohio. The Ohio goes into the Mississippi, and then the Mississippi goes all the way down to um, the Gulf of Mexico. So we always talk about how all our snow ends up in the Gulf because that's pretty much what happens. It's kind of funny, but I like Lake Erie a lot, but I'm scared of Lake Erie because that's big. I would never go out on a boat on Lake Erie.
Yeah, that's another thing. So, because I have like no sense of direction, I've gotten a lot more outdoorsy in the last 5 or 6 years or so. But I get lost like really easy. So, like, if I kind of like going out to the middle of nowhere to hike if I can, but then it's like, oh shit. Uh, you know, I've been fortunate. I've never had to like, contact somebody for help. I've always worked my way out of it. But we had, I don't know technically what they were called, but there was one day I was on the trail and there was this giant black snake. I don't
Oh,
know what like huge, like
ugh.
yeah, I mean like something you'd see more in Florida, or at least I guess we still get them out here, but
Yeah, there are. I've seen. I know exactly what you're talking about because I saw one in Florida. It was by the pool one day, and I almost crapped my pants because I was like, "Oh my god, there's a huge black snake over there!" It scared the shit out of me.
you have to get used to lizards down there though, because there's all those little. I mean, they don't hurt you, but there's all
Yeah,
those tiny lizards. Like even if I'm at a hotel or something, there's those little lizards running around, and you always have to. I get it. Like mentally, you kind of have to get used to it because a lot of times they'll end up in the house at some point. Melissa, who you did the show with, I know she used to talk about little lizards getting in her house all the time. Um, yeah.
yeah. We don't have lizards here, but we have coyotes. We have
Oh.
bears. We have rattlesnakes. And we have black widow spiders, which
Oh.
I don't like at all. That you have to be really careful when you're going in the woods around here because they like to build their nests or their nests. What? They like to build their spider webs between two trees. So
Mhm.
a lot of times when we're going down the trail, when we go hiking on our land, we usually bring something with us to like slap, in front of us just in case we find a spider web or something. And sometimes that's a problem too if we're going on the trail on the cart for the first time or on the three-wheeler, because then I have to worry about going really fast and missing something and then getting bit by a black widow, it won't kill you, but it's nasty. It's not a good bite.
Yeah, I've been to a few different places where I mean I've never had like a really horrible encounter, but you do have that fear of bears because that's a
Mhm.
pretty gruesome way to die if you know bear attack. But when I was in uh, the Dominican Republic was one area where because I always like going off grid away from the tour group sort of stuff, but it's not always a good idea. I remember being in a really particularly uh, shitty area in the Dominican Republic and uh, thought I might regret it, but fortunately, all is well. Um, but no, I just love the water. I really do. I haven't. I want to take the boat out to Florida a little bit more. Kind of go around Miami and um, some different areas there. But Lake Lanier is huge, so I mean, you still kind of feel like you're on the ocean because I mean, it goes for miles and miles and miles. It's a pretty huge lake. So,
It's not the kind of lake where you can see the other side.
oh no, no, no! It's
Oh,
hundreds of miles, I believe. It stretches into other states, so it's
oh.
like Florida. I love Florida, but I don't know. It's just the apocalyptic weather. I think Atlanta area is kind of nice. I mean, yeah, it's nice to be near the beach, but uh, the lake kind of makes up for it. And Lanier Islands are really, really cool. They
That's
do a
cool.
lot of stuff.
I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
look that lake up because I've heard of it, but I didn't know it was that big. That's pretty cool. Our
Oh
lake
yeah.
is not that big. You can definitely
Hmm.
see the other side of the lake. From the one side, you can take a picture of the other side. It's very narrow, but it's long, and
Hmm.
it's it's a good lake. I like it. I mean, I wish they'd keep it cleaner. They used
Uh-huh.
to when I was younger. They keep it a lot cleaner. Um, but
When can
then
you swim there usually? Like, it's at what point is it cool or warm enough?
Um, by summer, I mean, I used to go in the water as soon as my dad would put the boat in. I'd go swimming. So, I mean,
Hmm.
it would be pretty cold, but by like mid June, it used to be warm enough to where it wasn't so bad. But technically, it never really gets all that warm.
Hmm.
Technically, it's I don't think you could consider it like a warm a warm lake. It stays pretty cold. And it freezes over pretty easy every winter.
Oh
Ice
wow.
ice fishing is big. Ice
Hmm.
fishing is big around here for bass and stuff. I have
Yeah.
bass in my pond.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I've never done ice fishing. I don't know. That just kind of scares me. I just
I would
end up
never
in the
ever ever
water.
ever do it. My dad, he used to go out with his friends, and nope, I wouldn't go out there for anything. But I remember one year, um, I wanted a playhouse, really bad,
Hmm.
and they used to take these, shacks, these ice fishing shacks, and they, put them out on the water. Well, my dad bought one. It was cute. It looked just like a little house. He built a little door for it, built little steps that went up. We put
Hmm.
little curtains in there and everything, and put my little table and chairs in there, and that was my playhouse. And it sat behind my dad's house for 20 years at least,
Oh,
until
nice.
finally he got rid of it. But it was it was cool because those little ice fishing shacks, you wouldn't think they'd have a use for them like that, but that was a good use for it, I think. More little girls should have playhouses like that.
Yeah, no, I've never really spent well, at least not on the water in your area. That's one I really haven't. I didn't have a boat like my whole childhood or anything, but we used to have one in Washington State, and Pacific Northwest is really good for that too. There's
Mm,
some beautiful, like we used to go to the Oregon coast, which I don't know how much it's changed, but like they had like a Ripley's museum, which was I used to love going to that, and then the Sea Lion caves, which I'm so curious to see if that's changed at all. It's one
yeah.
of the things on my post COVID traveling list because it was just like breathtaking. I mean, it was just I can't even describe it, but you go down and you get to see more sea lions than you've ever seen in your life. Just it almost feels I don't know, untouched, I guess is the word. Um, I think I'm at a point where it's nice to like unplug from everything for a little bit and just get in back to nature. So I'm,
Yeah, going
you know,
to Washington is on my bucket list because I want to
mhm.
go to Snoqualmie, where they film
Okay.
Twin Peaks. So I plan on that one day. One day we're going to make it there. Actually, my husband and I have this plan where when he retires, we're going to get an RV, and I don't know what we'll do with the house, whether we'll just board it up or we'll give it to Alex or whatever, but we're going to get an RV and we're going to go and we're just going to travel until we decide we
Gypsy
want to settle
lifestyle.
somewhere. Yep. We've been talking about that ever since we met each other. And that
Mhm.
was a long time ago now. That was 27 years. So we've been
There's
talking about
there,
that a long time.
there's a lot of people on Lake Lanier that live full time on like houseboats, which is kind of cool. I mean, if you get to the point, like obviously I've got a lot of stuff, but so it's problematic. I can't fit it all on a houseboat, but a lot of people. In fact, there's a few Walking Dead people that have houseboats on where I've got my boat on in Lake Lanier, and it's pretty nice. I mean, I've talked to a few, mostly older people, but there's actually a few younger people that just like, yeah, we love it here. It's not huge, but we're right there on the water. We cook, we barbecue. Everybody's got their satellite and internet now, so you're still connected. You're not, in the middle of nowhere. Um, I
Um, I
kind of
just
like
wanted
it.
to, I just wanted to say that I just put the link in the chat. But if you come in, you have to have a camera on, or you're not gonna. I won't let you in. So if you want to join us, come on. We're talking all kinds of fun stuff, anything but movies.
Yeah, we'll talk horror too if you come in,
Yeah,
but
we will. I'm totally into. I was just going to ask you, how did you get started into horror movies? Not just the fact that that you're a fan of them when you're like a child, but what got you into this YouTube thing?
oh, well, I started doing podcasts a little over 12 and a half years ago now. But we were always like audio only. We were on Blog Talk Radio. Well, maybe we still are. But we did audio for a long time. I actually kind of like, I don't know why I didn't just go over to YouTube a long time ago. What's up, Hayden?
Hey, Aiden.
Uh,
Hey,
what's up? But we were audio, and I was kind of good with that. But during this whole pandemic, we're kind of like, well, let's do YouTube. You know, I don't know why we waited this long, to be honest. I mean, we'd be like 12 years into it, but yeah, it just slowly evolved. They did some movies beforehand, and uh, yeah, it was always my passion. I always kind of just fell into stuff, though. I never really pursued it. I just randomly, Chris McGibbon, who wrote for like Fangoria and has worked on some films himself, just messaged me randomly on Facebook and said, "Hey, I see you're a big fan. Do you want to do a podcast?" Which I didn't even know what a podcast was. But yeah, so 12 and a half years later, roughly, I'm still doing it now. Flesh Wound features on YouTube, of course. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, you're going to be on there tomorrow with creepy girl Melissa, who's one of the original ladies I worked with way back then. We're going to be talking Pontypool tomorrow on the Flesh Wound Features YouTube.
Ooh.
So
Yep,
check
you guys
that
got to
out.
check it out. We had a good time.
Yes. What are you up to, Hayden?
What you doing,
McDonald's.
Hayden?
McDonald's. Okay.
Yum. Oh, I want some.
I got off work and I'm hungry.
I
Are
want a
you-
quarter pounder with cheese.
I hate McDonald's, to be honest, but it's like the only option right now.
I've got till the 12th when that diet competition with the s'mores and doors guys and whoever else
Yeah.
starts. So I'm like, I'm going to be saying no to fast food for a while. So I have to decide what I still need to grab. Probably that jalapeno thing at Wendy's. Yeah.
Whoever
Oh, yeah.
whoever we're talking porn is, or I knew it was gonna be you.
What up?
What's up?
Hey, Orc, what you
Hey.
doing?
By the way, in that weight loss challenge, you're all going down, son. You're going down.
Oh, you guys got a challenge going?
We do.
Yep.
I don't know how you monitor that. That's one thing I was curious. Like, because I just set up the app thing, but I'm like, okay, like, how does that work? Do you like connect your profiles and does it?
Eventually,
I don't
there'll be a group we'll all be in, and yeah, we'll be able to see how we're progressing.
Somebody was
Oh.
saying
Ooh.
you have to pay before you can join a group or something.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Not the
I don't
new
know.
one he sent, though, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know. Some of us
I
already
still
paid
haven't
for the
gotten
other
anything
one,
about it.
but I don't know.
I'm gonna
The my
lose
fit,
anyway.
the my fit, yeah, the my fit. Shut up, stupid.
You
Oh my
interrupted
god, I
me.
got 22 people watching.
Oh
This might be
boy,
a record.
Nice.
that's because Orca's in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought them all over.
The
No.
OG.
Because he's a boss.
Oh, Jets F and Graham in the chat.
Oh shit.
Jess.
He just turned the camera off. That means he's watching porn.
So, what do you guys
No.
what do you guys think of the couch?
Beautiful.
Good shit. I like it.
I like the
I'm
bed.
gonna have some.
I like
You
it.
like
It's
bed
yours
hot.
back in there.
bad? No, it's gone. It's gone. That thing is gone. Bye. That was my husband's bed when he was a kid.
And what you do, you gonna get rid of it.
Yes, we're getting rid of
That's
it.
history. Keep it somewhere.
No,
Put it on a wall.
he might have made out with other chicks in that bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gotta go.
Chicks. 2 double quarter pounders and a large. Nah, you can keep the fries.
There'll
I'll
be.
tell-
I'm gonna be doing lights and stuff over here, so it'll be a little bit different. There'll be lights going up and down here, and I'm gonna be moving my Camp Crystal Lake sign to the other side of the wall so you can see it with the lights behind it, and it's gonna be cool.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Cool.
No doubt.
Definitely.
I don't know. I think you might have big timed somebody in the chat.
What?
I
Oh.
might not.
Who got big time?
Oh, I don't know. No one said anything, but it seemed like it was going that way.
Who?
I won't say.
Oh, you know,
What?
he's Did he come in as somebody else? Because he's black.
Oh no, not that at all, not by any stretch. It's a different person. It's just something I have an annoyance with. This is not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
But
oh, I know what you're talking about.
perhaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. So it was I caught. You're about the only thing I caught on Region Free tonight. Good job on the From Dusk Till Dawn. It's kind of nice. It's like a 2-day fucking From Dusk Till Dawn love fest. Between Jay's stream last night and your segment tonight.
With Powerade.
Two of them.
You trying to sabotage him before it starts?
No, I just.
Tell me you want fresh fries.
Oh, I want one. I know that.
They better be fresh.
They're not going to be fresh.
If you tell them you want them fresh, they have to make them fresh.
Ooh,
Heather and I used to go to the McDonald's drive-thru in the middle of the night, and Heather would say, "I want fresh fries," and they'd have to make them. But then she'd just drive through and wave like that, and I was like, "You are such a bitch."
Yeah,
but then what do they do to the fries, though? That's the fear.
We figure they just eat them.
No, I mean, if you actually were to have them, like if you actually paid for and took them, what have they done to them?
The possibility I always consider when I get too picky at the fast food.
That's why I don't. So I tell them extra cheese, no pickle. Thank you so much. I love you. And then I drive on.
There's certain ones that screw it up easier. Taco Bell's usually fairly consistent, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Taco Bell, those guys are stoned to the bejesus. They are so funny. They answer the Taco Bell thing just like they're answering the phone. They're like, "Hey, what's up? What can I get for you?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, you guys are so loosey goosey. I know you've been smoking something."
You're loosey goosey.
Huh?
I'm good with it if they don't screw up the order.
See, I think I mean, like Taco Bell. Like, what do you have taken off? I can't comprehend that at Taco Bell. You know, so it's just like they've made, you know, the bog standard, you know, item 1,000 times. So I'll just let them go ahead and do that. Oh, Toronto. That's sad.
Oh, what? Oh,
Rest in peace, DMX.
no freaking way.
Yeah, he was brain dead, so I
called it. Who owes
more
me?
of a
Somebody owes
blessing
me
at
$5.
that point.
Somebody owes me $5, man. Or
Kind of more of a blessing at that point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, once you're brain dead, yeah.
402, your area has no fast food places? Wow,
Right back,
I wish.
guys.
I wish, because of the temptation sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have zero, but they're all like, you know, 20 minutes or more away. So it's not terribly like, you know, tempting, I guess.
I'd like more choices. We don't have hardly any choices here. It's boring.
Well, the town over for me, they finally, I don't know how many years back, I've been gone for 5. So I came back and there's a Taco Bell in town. I'm like, dude, like, where the fuck was this? You know, the first 20 whatever years of my life, 23 years of my life. But before that, all there was a McDonald's or like one of those gas station Subways.
Wow, 402. I'm out in the boonies too, but I'm not that far out in the boonies. It looks like I could drive to a McDonald's or Burger King. Holy cow. I'd like to see where you are, though.
Thank you.
I bet
Say
it's
Vermont.
Send us your address.
Yeah.
No.
I thought they did say we're up in Vermont or.
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense to me. I feel like.
You guys find when you've been on like a hardcore diet for more than a month that I don't know, fast food, well, a week, fast food starts, like it doesn't. I don't know. It seems a little more gross. You actually get sick sometimes when you eat it after you've like been hardcore on the diet.
Yes, I literally didn't eat any fast food for 3 straight years. And I'm really mad that I started up again because I think it's been bad for me.
Yeah,
Mm.
when you're on a diet for a long ass time, like a year or more, you don't look at candy or fast food ever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It just doesn't exist.
I don't know, man. Like the can. I don't give a shit about candy anyway. Like I'm very much a savory guy. I got to worry about the fucking, the potato chip aisle much more than
Cooler
anything.
Ranch, I'll eat a whole fucking bag.
Yeah,
Oh, me too.
yeah.
Mm.
Especially now that they've like doubled up on the seasoning.
Yeah. You always look for those
Damn.
2 or 3 chips that are just like
Yeah.
baked in it.
But that's like the whole bag now.
Mhm.
Which that's like oh.
No, he's back.
I try not to
No.
buy those because I can.
I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. And I've been decent about it. Bought those 3D Doritos. That was a mistake. But like a bag, they're the little like snack bags. I have a bag. That's fun. It's just when I have 4 of them. 4 is no good.
No, it's that doesn't last more than 2 days here, even a bit. Just that's like I'm the same way. Like I like candy, but I don't like crave it nonstop. I haven't had any candy. Probably.
Yeah. Like, every once in a while, you go, oh, I haven't had a Sour Patch Kid, or I haven't had,
Yeah.
like I can't eat Butterfingers anymore. So
Oh, really? Why not?
they fuck with my teeth.
This is the only candy that I ever really this and lemon.
Is that butterscotch?
They are butter rum.
Oh,
butter rum
nice.
lifesavers
That's
and
decent.
lemon heads.
I like lemon heads. Lemon heads are good.
I love anything lemon flavored. I love anything lemon scented. I am a
I
lemon
love
freak.
anything lime flavored.
Me too. I love lime too.
I've got some limeade right here.
Yum.
Shout out Tim Hortons. They didn't make it, and then I got a little chili lime Cholula. That's only over here because I did the Patreon special with S'mores Indoors today. It'll be out next Wednesday or Thursday, I'm told.
Nice.
You listen. It's worth $3 just to see me fucking miserable.
Suffer.
Did a lot better than Hayden, but I didn't respect the bomb.
Excuse me? I did pretty good.
What you got 0 questions.
I guess if you're going by those standards.
and not for nothing, like I pretty much like tossed one of the chicken fingers in the bomb because I had to double up on the last question, and
not fun.
Dude, it's just I don't know if you can see it, like the camera, like how dark it is.
Yeah,
it's a very dark red.
Mm.
And it won't even tell you. Oh yeah, there it goes. They say it doesn't tell you. Habanero peppers, chipotle puree, water, orange juice. There's no way. Natural pepper flavoring, tomato paste, potassium sorbate, and sodium benzoate.
Yum! It sounds yummy to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is one of those things you put a little bit in the chili pot.
Oh yeah.
But that it's not. And honestly, Corey and Jonathan talked about it like a month ago. It doesn't taste good either. Like that Hot Ones that first we feast show. Hot One, they eat the wings to get hotter as you go. The Last Dab, which is like their final sauce, that's delicious. But it'll kill you. So, but it's definitely one to add a little dab or two to stuff and get it down.
I wonder if that's like everything sauce because there's a local restaurant here called Asheville General where they make some of the best chicken wings I've ever had in my life. And they have this one called everything sauce. And it is so good, but I have no idea what's in it. I don't really care though, because it tastes so good. Who cares?
Yeah. What is he doing?
I don't know. Getting his McDonald's.
Just leave the camera alone, you ugly freak.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't hear anybody. I had to like exit out and come back in.
Oh. Yeah, that I don't remember what it does. Yeah, my phone that happens frequently.
What's Super Lemon Haze, Daily Ghost? What is that?
Far out,
Is that
man.
kind of candy or drink or something?
I'm guessing it's some sort of THC product.
Bring it on. Bring it on. No, I even like lemon so much. Like my hair or my shampoo, lemon scented.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go that far with the lime, but cinnamon, like apple cinnamon, is that fucking? I just like I only chew Big Red.
Me too.
Like I always have fucking like a cinnamon spray or those solid cone things, like the scent. You know what I'm talking about? Like gel things.
Mm-hmm.
Have to have them. Any other smell fucking just makes me sick.
Dan, have you ever been up here to New York before?
Yeah, I've been, but mostly New York City. So,
the dumb part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Brooklyn and Long Island, but
Yeah, that's way different than here. That's way
So
different.
yeah.
I've never even been there.
I mean, if you've never been, there's certainly stuff to see, but
I want to go someday just to say I've been there. But
Sure.
I mean, I've been all kinds of places, and yet I haven't been to New York City, which I find strange.
it's
Toronto-
overwhelming when you first see it, for sure.
yeah, it's just there's so many people. Well, there used to be so many people.
Times Square, though, it's just like, holy shit.
And honestly, by the way, stay away from Times Square. Don't bother. It's like stop there so you can say you've been there,
Mhm.
then leave immediately because it's just like
Too
franchise
much.
joints. Too many people. It's franchise joints. It's nothing worth doing.
Cool.
It's not what it used to be. I wish I was around in the golden era of 42nd Street with the grind houses. And I mean, yeah, you might get stabbed, but you're going to have a lot of fun.
Who hasn't been stabbed a couple times before, But Toronto Freddy, they absolutely do franchise Tim Hortons here in the States.
Yep, I have Tim Hortons. There's 2 or 3 of them around here.
I've got one that's like 20 minutes, and then 2 of them that are like in the same town a half hour away.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
doesn't
at
make
least
a
3
lot.
around here that I
Yeah.
can get to.
I'll
have
say
you
this.
all-
Sorry.
That's okay. Have you all seen classic Willard and its follow-up Ben? Yes, I have, and it's been a long time, but I did like it a lot.
Yeah,
Surely I have not.
I have them on Blu-ray. They're they're fun movies.
Mhm. I even like
Actually,
the remake.
yeah, Crispin Glover. I mean, he's always compelling to watch.
Always awesome.
No.
Shut up.
No.
I want to see Crispin Glover like cast Hayden in a movie.
Yeah.
It would have worked out good in that one he didn't put out officially that only screens at the the festivals. And
I've never been to a convention or a festival.
never.
Never.
Oh, you gotta rectify
No.
that, Jamie.
I know, big time.
Yeah, I've never either. But
I keep telling my husband it's just like Expo, except there's no toolboxes.
and what's the point?
You've
He
got a
doesn't have
bunch
to
up
be
your
there.
way.
Huh?
You got a bunch of them up your way. Chiller, which I loved.
That's Cherry Hill now. It used to be Secaucus.
Yeah,
which
Yeah,
sucks.
Hey, babe, you
Sucks
want
for
to get in
me
the car?
because
What?
Are you
Want to
picking
get
up
in?
cookies?
Come on in.
What are you doing?
I
I
know,
think it's
my
more of
new
a
ride. What do you think, baby?
Norman
Oh,
Bates
it's so cute.
situation.
yeah,
I think Hayden might have DID.
He might. A safe bet.
So, what do you want to do tonight? I don't know.
Dan, would that be the case?
That's a lot
Would
of meat.
Bride of Frankenstein be the first horror movie sequel?
Kind
of have to be, right?
Yeah. I mean, the first major one. It depends how
Yeah.
you look at the Dracula stuff. If it's really sequels or just their own. But yeah,
Right.
basically, yeah. It's a fair statement.
It's a fucking terrific movie, regardless.
Oh yeah, Bride's amazing. I mean, they keep talking about remaking it, and I don't know.
That'll
What-
kill Lauren. That will kill him. Dead.
I would love to see his review of it. I know that, but you could do it right. I mean, one thing I will say about that is the Bride's not actually in that movie that much.
Right.
You can make her more of a
sure.
focal point.
I mean, you could have remade Nightmare on Elm Street, right? But they didn't.
Yeah.
You know.
The problem with Nightmare on Elm Street is the only way to do that for me is to go a little bit harder on, also who Freddy is. Don't turn him into a pop culture one-liner guy. I mean, he's
sure.
He's
Well, I mean, fuck it. I think it's been said a bunch of times, and they had a great idea, and shit it away 5 minutes after they introduced it. Like had he been like legitimately just innocent the whole time,
would have been interesting. Yeah,
that would have been a really good twist.
Because then it's kind of like a righteous vengeance, but then like you can still be such a cocksucker that you don't root for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like in wrestling. I know I'm not gonna make this wrestling heavy, but like the heel is at his best when like he's right. Or when he feels he's right, at least. But then he takes it too far. And, jams a spike in someone's eye, or something along those lines. And it's like, all right, dickhead, that's enough. But
the thing with Freddy is
your
that
penis.
No, we're not.
We're gonna jam a spike into it.
The thing with Freddy is that everybody from the very beginning has always assumed that Freddy came back, as this demon from hell because of his wanting to get revenge. Mm-hmm. But what if it isn't? What if it's because he's just evil?
Yeah.
Because they could have done that twist where, oh, well, he was really innocent and it's really the parents that are the evil ones. Both are evil, but maybe Freddy would have come back even if he didn't have the revenge part.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine that could turn you evil, though. I mean, if you did go the innocent route and then just a bunch of people lit you on fire, I mean, I'd be pretty pissed off, too.
I love those kids.
I mean, if you think about it, if he were innocent and then they burn him alive, that would make a really good, reason for him to be coming back and doing these things. But then again, he wouldn't have been evil. So why would he have gone to hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah, truth be told, I mean, the first film is great. Most of the sequels, I mean, they're fun, but
please,
sacred ground.
Please be easy.
I just watched 3 the other night. And
I love 3. I love 3.
And also Toronto Freddy is in the chat.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just, I mean, for
Freddy
both
rules.
His sake and mine.
I've got like 100 Freddy Krueger figures, so I mean, I do love Freddy, but it's not the way I would go turning him into the one-liner guy.
Yeah, no, it did get out of hand, but
yeah,
I mean, like 3 is as far as I would ever have taken it. Like, turning him into fucking James Bond was probably a step too far.
The Q-tip is when it just went too far.
Oh, well, that whole movie is too far.
Yeah.
Like, I do appreciate it a little bit within that bubble, like within like the Rachel Talalay bubble, like the John Waters kind of shit. But
Mhm.
as part of the franchise,
Yeah.
it's no bueno.
No, I liked Freddy versus Jason. I really did. I was like, everybody was like complaining because I think they had a specific movie in their head, but
I never got the appeal. I don't know. I was just like that. Like, no, they're different. They're separate things. I don't want to see this, and I don't think Freddy was as accurately represented. I think Jason looks fucking stupid. They made him look like Frankenstein in a bad way. You know.
I actually really love Freddy versus Jason quite a bit. I know it's cheesy, and it's a little over the top, but I really, really like that a lot. The guy that's like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, that lookalike guy.
Mm-hmm.
I know that he's, it's kind of funny that he looks like Jay.
Yeah.
That he, it's kind of a joke, but at the same time, I love it.
So the only good part about that movie is that payoff in the documentary when they fucking they start talking about it, and there was a Jay and Silent Bob ripoff, and then Jason Mewes is in the chair going, "Well, yeah, so I mean they came to me about this role, and wait a minute, I wasn't in this movie." Like that was funny, but I don't know. I'd rather that moment never happened to not have to have seen that movie, but I don't know. That's just me.
What do you guys think about the Friday the 13th remake? Because I really, really liked it.
I love it. I don't really think
Trash. Get it out of here.
What? You don't like stupendous boobs?
He hasn't seen it.
No.
He hasn't seen it.
That is the thing. My husband, ever since the day we watched that, every time if somebody brings that movie up, he goes, "Stupendous boobs." That's all he remembers about it.
Yeah.
Stupendous boobs.
It's one of the highlights, but I like the whole movie, man. It's barely a remake. It's almost just like a,
its own thing.
Other than, he finds the mask again, which, you could just, the other one fucking busted off into the lake. He needed a new one.
Corny, what are you doing?
He's making love to his cheeseburgers.
Drive around town.
Driving around town looking for hookers?
What are you doing? Oh, yeah.
I'm talking to you, you weirdo.
Come on,
What's up, baby girl? What's up, baby girl?
Friday the 13th is, what's up, Aiden?
I'm jealous because Hayden has a quarter pounder.
I might get one tomorrow, maybe. Last bit of joy for a little bit, but Friday the 13th, it's really not hard to get that right. I mean, it's a simple formula to give people what they want.
It is, and it's simple. Have it be Jason Voorhees for real, and have him kill a lot of folks.
Yeah.
and probably tits.
Yeah.
The one thing that I regret about that movie, though, is I wish they would have let Danielle Panabaker live.
Nah.
I wanted her to live. I didn't want her to get killed right there at the
end. That hussy left with another man.
So that other guy was a freaking jerk.
He's the sickest dude in the whole movie.
He is funny, and I do find him charming as hell, but also I would never, he couldn't get it.
He's
unless he was nicer.
See, that's the thing. I think Corny's the one saying, "I hate that movie. He's so stupid, that guy." Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck Chad.
Hayden, we need to make a TCM fan film with you playing Franklin. Like a modern Franklin.
God.
You would be perfect.
No.
We can even make you walk. We even let you walk. You wouldn't have to be in the wheelchair.
You would be perfect. You would be like the modern modern Franklin. Just annoying people, but also endearing. Endearing, though.
I agree with that. Toronto Freddy. Derek Mears is a wicked Jason,
Yeah,
and I like
love
that
him.
guy a lot.
That's a like I think the biggest travesty about like them not, like Warner Brothers not using the license after they made the remake. That dude should have had at least as many appearances as Jason as Kane Hodder.
Yeah, that guy was in Twin Peaks season 3. I thought he was awesome in it, and he gets his arm broke by Kyle MacLachlan, which I think is really cool. Have you guys seen that? Have you seen Twin Peaks season 3?
Not yet. I've watched it's been on my list, but I've watched the first 2 seasons.
Get on that, Dan, because I'm starting my Twin Peaks thing and next Tuesday, and we're gonna be talking about season 3 for sure.
What is Twin Peaks?
Yeah.
I know you've seen it, Hayden.
Yeah.
Hayden's not seen it.
He has. Yes, he has. Hayden loves Twin Peaks. Yeah.
I reviewed them.
He thinks you mean boobs when you say Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, I did a full comprehensive review of every season.
Oh, was it? Yeah, it was pretty good.
Is that on your channel?
No, it's
Can I
not.
go watch it?
I sense that somebody's telling a fib right now.
He did it in the mirror. With his little like duster microphone there. What?
It's on my podcast, Midnight of the Movie.
That's my podcast.
I did get a couch in a box. It's now put together, though.
It's a couch in a box.
I thought that was funny that it comes in a box. And people are like, whoa, couch in a box. Yeah. How novel.
They send beds that way, which is crazy.
That does turn into a bed.
Yeah.
That's futon.
Oh, nice.
And the way they packed it was quite ingenious. They put the sides here were actually inside the seat. So you had to take them out of the zippered compartment and then put them on, which I thought was kind of cool.
Do you have cats? Because, that's one thing. I got a couple nights left.
Right there. There's a cat right there.
She scratch it, though.
That's a he. And
okay.
His penis.
You're in the middle of the road.
What is he doing?
So I was in the road.
So far, they haven't jumped up here. And when the one time he did, I yelled at him and went, with my hands. And he knows when I do that, that means no. So
that's hard to do with the cat, though. I've got 2, and there's nothing I can do about it. They scratch it. So the sides got cat scratches, but
everyone calls me the cat whisperer. Because my son is convinced that I can communicate with cats. I'm actually convinced I can communicate with cats. I think my cats understand every word I say. They're my little minions. I love them.
The next gen says the empty man freaked his wife out. She's sleeping with the lights on tonight.
Oh, now I gotta see it.
Wow.
Yeah, you should, Jamie. It's really good.
I really want to. I haven't been watching a whole lot the last week or so, just because of the medication thing. Switching the dosages has been uncomfortable for me, and I spent 3 days so tired. I barely could keep my eyes open, and I was fighting it too. Everybody's like, "Go to sleep if you're tired," and I'm like, "Don't you understand? I cannot go to sleep right now in the daytime. If I do, I won't sleep all night." So it's been tough. But is it weird that I actually like my insomnia? I like my insomnia.
Now I get it.
You get it?
I mean, I like to be up at night. Anyway,
I'm a night owl.
I like Tanya.
You like what?
Tanya.
You like a Treyu, homo.
No, I don't.
You like to have yourself a Tanya?
I think he just said he likes to have sex with Tanya. I don't know what he said there.
He said he likes to have
I
Tanya.
said Tanya. You guys were talking about
Uh,
Tanya.
No, we weren't. Good film, but yeah, no,
Margot
not.
Robbie.
Yeah, I know the
She
film.
She said Jimmy said she loves Tanya.
No, I haven't even seen it. And you know what? Margot Robbie is way too pretty to be playing Tanya Harding. What the hell?
I
She
swear
did
you
a
guys
pretty
are
good
talking
job.
about- You guys are messing with me now.
No, you're just only hearing partial things, so you think we're talking about something that we're not.
No,
Yes.
you said you don't understand. I can't go to sleep right now because I'm watching Tanya or something.
Is that what I said? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
I
But
don't know.
What happened to Orc?
Oh, Insomnia. Insomnia, not Tanya. Is that what
Yes,
you guys were talking about?
Yes, I was saying that I love my insomnia. Like I love it. And I don't fight my insomnia the way
You
I
love
fight
Tanya?
sleep.
Do you like
Yeah, I
Tanya?
love it. Yeah, I love it.
God, you guys are horrible. I can't even make a joke. Nobody goes over everyone's head.
No, I was trying to play along.
Food.
I just suck at playing along.
Corny, did you say you're wearing a tight thong?
Yes, I am.
Orc said BRB, then turning camera on. X dying sucks.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
oh, yeah, no, I didn't know a lot about him personally, but he was a big deal.
He had to work at an IHOP across the street from where my buddy's dad worked
Hmm.
to pay child support. Like,
Is this
2013
way back or?
This is like 2013, I think.
Yeah, I know he lost a lot of his money.
Yeah, he tried to file for bankruptcy too, and they went, "Nah,
Hmm.
you're gonna keep paying this shit, dickhead." Which I get. You know, I like him, but you know, pay your child support or don't have 15 kids.
Mm. I knew
Yeah.
he had a period in his career where he did like a couple like super cheap movies, like super.
Yeah, I
cheap.
saw some of those. I was because I
Yeah.
looked up. Because I didn't believe he was dying or anything. So I looked it up and like
Mhm.
they're like shitty versions of Cradle to the Grave and shit like that. It's like, ew.
Ew.
I enjoyed Exit Wounds quite a
Yeah,
bit.
well, no, those are these are he starred in shitty versions of those movies.
Yeah. He did like Carnivorous, where I remember him fighting like a CGI lizard, and but you know he was still doing his thing up till the end.
Orc, why do you feel like you're dying?
What?
You said something about dying. Do you not feel good?
No, DMX dying sucks.
Oh, that does suck. Yes, you're right.
He's
Jeez.
my favorite rapper of all time.
Hi, Jay.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, it's Jay. Oh, what is that mug? That's some bullshit. That's an ugly mug. And the one you're drinking out of.
This one? You want that one?
That's cool.
Nice.
Is that a teapot?
No.
Mug.
I've got this one. Maybe you'd like this one more.
Ah, there we go. That's the one. That's beautiful.
I haven't actually broken it in yet.
No, I haven't mine yet. I'm just, it's not been, I don't know, hot coffee season for me yet. I guess I could have tea, but I just haven't.
Hello.
I don't know. Oh, look who's home.
Are you in the bathroom?
He's
in
on
the bathroom.
He's on the square toilet.
Oh my god.
Jay, do you want to see it?
Sure.
See what?
It.
I don't want you to show it.
Define what it is.
Yeah, please.
My penis.
Oh no. Oh, not that either.
It's square and it's dirty.
Why is it square? I cannot get past this toilet.
Clean your toilet, dude.
It's
Damn.
not that dirty.
A little breeze spray on the back, brother, because you miss all the time.
No.
You shouldn't put your phone by your toilet because see all these little poop things are like flying around your toilet all the time, and it's gotten on your phone. You're gonna put that phone near your face.
Yeah.
And those little poop things are gonna stick inside your beard.
Gonna order fast food.
I like it.
Ew.
He didn't even know there was a McDonald's app.
Oh man.
What?
He didn't even know there was a McDonald's app.
Oh my god.
He's not ordering fast food.
I was coming
Next
to terms
week
with
I'm gonna
DMX
clean my whole
dying.
bathroom though.
Do it now instead.
Oh, I've got work.
No, show us. Show us you cleaning.
What?
We want to see what you do.
I'll live stream it for
we
you.
want to grade your efforts.
Okay.
Jay, did you get a chance to talk about From Dusk Till Dawn tonight on the show? Because I was waiting for you to talk about it because you watched it last night.
Yeah, not really. I think we were going a little long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, Pizzy's got to go to bed. He's sleepy.
I hope it's not my fault that it went long because I gabbed too much.
Jamie, go along.
No, I love that movie though.
Throw it back. Touchdown.
I had some stuff I was going to say about it, but I've really forgotten it now.
I can't do that again because my bingo wings show when I do that.
You're what? No,
bingo wings.
You're fine.
Very embarrassing.
Bingo wings. I thought that was a new flavor of like chicken.
No, that's this.
Ew.
Yeah, I think all five
I
of
got
us know
that too.
about that.
I got that too.
Yeah. That's true.
Age does that to you.
McDonald's.
Age and or heft.
Yep.
My kid's stomping around. It's driving me nuts. He says he's going to stay up all night.
Is he listening to the Misfits?
No, he's playing some kind of video games or something with his friends.
Okay.
Why is he staying up all night?
No class tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
He's in class.
Imagine not having class like 5 days a week.
He graduated last spring. Last spring.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. 2020 graduation was awful.
Okay, yeah, I guess
6
that would
feet
make
apart
sense.
from everyone.
I guess that would make sense then, because that shows that I've just lost a year.
Imagine graduating now. Just imagine. So what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your life? Not die?
Yeah.
How about that?
They had a graduation, but it was different than it should have been. I mean, normally we'd all go to the auditorium and they'd have like this big thing going on, but instead we all met outside at the bleachers on the football field, and you had to sit. They had sections, you could sit with your family, but you could only bring one person besides the parents. So we brought Alex's grandma, and they went through kid by kid, and normally they would do a lot more, fun stuff, skits, all kinds of stuff for graduation, but they didn't get to do any of that because of the COVID thing. So all they really did was each student, as they came up and got their diploma, one of their teachers would do a little
hookah dance
paragraph about them. Alex's was quite interesting, and he was last, of course. Out of all his, the kids in his class, he's the last one to go up on stage. So it was very interesting having him be the last one, because his teacher was talking about how she started out by going, do you know someone who likes to have tough conversations and all this stuff, and about how he's willing to debate with people and everything. And I'm like, yeah, that's my kid. I taught him well.
I would have loved it if I didn't have to fucking show up for graduation.
You didn't have to show up. They just didn't force it. But most of the kids were there.
No, because it's just it's you sitting on a goddamn. I mean, maybe outside would have been different, but sitting on a goddamn fucking, overly lit auditorium stage, for God knows how many hours, 2 at the minimum. You get called up eventually, but
when was that an amphitheater? It was fucking dope.
I would imagine it was in a weird way, a good year for like the shy, like emo type kid that didn't have a date to prom. They could just be screw you other guys.
Rawr, I'm a dinosaur.
I'll do what I want.
Look,
it's just sad because, like he was planning on having this particular experience and during his senior year, and they ended up not having that experience at all. And all the kids were kind of disappointed in that because, your senior year is special. And then with his going to college, I mean, so far he hasn't had a normal college experience because he's got to stay home and go to class remotely. So he doesn't get to go to campus and talk to people and, skip class and play spades instead. And
these goddamn kids these days, they have it too good. I would have killed to go to class remotely.
I would have
go to class one time a week.
Nice.
Jay, your face.
At least he spared us all the other sounds.
I hope that's the sound of him washing his hands.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I'm washing my hands.
Good. Good boy.
Proud of you.
Aww.
Have you seen my baseball?
What?
Have you seen my baseball?
Your baseball? What? It's right here.
Oh, Zombie, good night, buddy.
Good night, man.
He said Jamie and Daniel, great show. So fuck.
Aww.
I guess.
Yeah.
Corny's got his vibrator out.
Ooh. Is it a Manscaped?
Shave it all right now.
It's a rollback skate.
Make this can't miss a can't miss podcast.
Is that a lawnmower 3.0?
No.
2.0? I got the 3.0.
I don't know. It's just whatever.
It's got the little LED
bought on
light.
Amazon.
Oh, so you punk ass.
Yeah.
Can't even go to the store.
I bought that. I don't know if it comes across in your guys' ads, but that like pit bull forehead shaver.
Pit bull?
Not for foreheads, but it's got four heads. It's like an electric shaver
For your head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude,
the wrapper?
It's no, nothing to do with the wrapper.
How much was it?
This was like $200.
Oh, but it doesn't miss any part of your head.
But this is like the top of the only thing that sucks is like, it's not good at like
you could probably just use a regular razor for that.
Yeah, well that's what I do, but it's not a big deal.
I've never done all the way down to the skin.
It's lovely.
But I mean that works well though.
Yeah, for that especially, cool. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Here's another one I was looking at. It's got
I used old school razors until this year, and I got a 3-headed razor, and I'm like,
old school like a safety razor.
No, like shaving cream, like 3 blades, 4 blades.
Oh, okay.
Cutting yourself all over the place.
Dude, last year I experimented with one of those like 50s style. You put the one blade in.
Jesus Christ!
That's what my son prefers.
I tore my head up.
Ooh. No, he doesn't shave his head.
Yeah, the face. Yeah, I didn't ever get a chance to shave my face because I was growing a beard at that point. But that wouldn't have been a problem. But it's just like you get up in like the back of the top.
Yeah,
it's like
ooh,
just head blade.
And you're not really sure. You've got to think how you move that blade. Because it's either it's going to come and pull the hair off, or you're just going to like slice your fucking head open.
Yikes!
But, needless to say, I used it twice and threw it away. It was. But then last summer, it was actually a Dollar Shave Club, like their top of the line blade, and I have no clue what happened. I I swear, to this day that I didn't do anything differently.
Mm-hmm.
But I like shaved my head.
Uh-huh.
Like a fucking like you would shave off like a nice piece of Wisconsin cheddar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh God.
Literally like an inch and a half long. I had to pull it out of the blade. I'm like,
Ouch.
oh,
that's what I'm afraid of.
Your head bleeds bad.
That happened to my leg once when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Cheese with red filling. Oh yeah. Oh.
No, you just gotta like chill out. Don't press down too hard. That's honestly, or get a dry shaver like an electric shaver. Like
that's what I have over Remington. It's like no more nicking.
Yep.
Right, Dan.
Jamie, how do you shave your face?
How do I shave my face?
Yeah.
Oh, I use a 5-blade.
Nice.
Jamie, I'm switching cameras.
Okay.
So did you get the Pitbull Platinum 3?
Yeah.
That's like a $200 razor, right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't chop your head up, it's worth it though.
Yeah, but I did it on like installment, so I didn't pay it all up front.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, Afterpay or whatever the fuck it's called.
You just cancel your credit card and then they never know.
You guys want to know something weird about me and shaving?
Yes, please.
I only have to shave like 3 times a year because my legs and stuff because I've lost hair because of my disease.
Oh, that's a plus.
I guess that's a plus, yeah.
Yeah, I would actually prefer that, frankly.
As long as it doesn't fall out of my head, I'm okay.
I am sick and tired of shaving my legs.
Yeah, it sucks shaving your legs.
Why do you shave your legs?
You really think I shave my legs?
I was about to say, no offense, but
Maybe he's a swimmer.
I can't stand it.
I did. On my 7th grade, I did swim, so like I did shave my legs. And this is dumb. As it came back in, it's so fucking much. It's like, dude,
I don't understand. I see grown men with shaved legs all the time, and it's like, what are you doing, man? No offense if anyone here does shave their legs, but
they're training for the Olympics.
I don't really.
I don't get it.
That doesn't. I don't get why you would do it. It doesn't like offend me or weird me out. Shaving your arms creeps me out.
It offends me. It makes me think you're trying to bend over and get some from me.
When I was really into tattoos, all the guys up there were, they had their arms covered with tattoos, and they shaved their arms. They were like, it makes the tattoos look better if you keep.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm just talking like
yeah, but I'm not. I wouldn't do that.
No,
I have a friend who shaves his chest. He shaves it off. It's gross.
I think that depends what kind of shape you're in. I mean, in the pro wrestling world, obviously most do, but if you're like a bigger dude, that's kind of weird to be shaving your chest.
I don't know. I just I didn't like it. It was
this
like
guy,
new, and I'm like, no, I hate this so much.
So hairy though, like literally, he's like Robin Williams. If he takes his shirt off, it's just like a bee. He's like a beast. So I understand.
One another.
I understand why he shaves his chest, but oh my god, I mean,
you want to see something really hairy?
Yeah.
You're bingo.
I'm not going to do that. On this,
damn it!
On this stream,
get me all horned up over here, Aiden.
I know. Hell, no payoff. What the fuck? Oh, excuse me.
If I mailed you my back hair, would you make a scarf or a sweater out of it?
No, I'd make a nice Kurt Angle wig.
You probably
wear it with headgear, like wrestling headgear, to hold it in place.
When you cut your head, did it leave a scar?
I don't believe it's scarred, but it was.
Like that.
It's one of those things, though. It was like right.
Is it in the back?
Like that wrestling guy we were looking at the other night.
It's like right here.
Blue Jack or whatever his name is.
Blue Jack, stupid.
Blue
Jack. There is no scar, but it was right here. And every time, like I lift my eyebrows or whatever, like my fat head is just all these wrinkles, and it's just like until it like completely scabbed over. It was just misery.
We used to take my friend Derek Coleman had like a whole bunch of like extra skin on his head, but he used to like to shave it real close down, you know. This was high school. And we used to just grab it all when we were in gym sitting on the bleachers. I'd be behind him. We'd just grab it all and go, "Pound puppy." It looked like a pound puppy. It was funny.
Pound puppy.
He later committed suicide.
Mm-mm. Nope, he's still alive.
I'm not a pound puppy.
His brother's main goal was to kiss every girl in school before graduation.
Ooh, my man.
And I was like, you ain't kidding me.
Oh, did he?
No.
Oh.
No.
You should have kissed his yearbook.
People that I grew up with. What?
I said you should have kissed his yearbook, like with lipstick.
That would have been funny.
I'm not kissing you, but I kissed this book.
I actually moved away, so I didn't even get to stay there until senior year. I moved to a much smaller school where there was only 60 people in my graduating class.
Oh wow!
Mine wasn't. Mine was pretty. It's probably double that at least.
That's what it's like when you live in New York in the sticks, you know.
Yeah.
Schools are small.
Mm-hmm. They drive their tractors to work.
Yep, or they smell like a mixture of scope and manure. Oh my god!
Oh, be still my heart.
Oh,
You
there was
betcha.
this guy in my homeroom.
And she's like, oh yeah.
Every morning. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Luckily, I didn't have too many that like stunk. Like, cause there's like that manure smell that's like kind of like pleasant. Then there's like that's like the one is like you driving by a farm. It smells. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's nice. But then like if you get onto the farm, or like into the barn, it's like, oh my fucking god, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's bad.
And most of the people in my school are where the drive by the barn smell, which is tolerable. You can deal with that.
I try to stay away from barns because, well, I lost my virginity in one.
Hey-o!
Whoa.
I knew a gal that lost her virginity in a barn.
Is that hair or hay? Oh my god.
She got a pitchfork. You got a pitchfork.
Hey, baby.
Pitchfork.
Or no, she had. There's a scythe, maybe. I don't remember. I don't watch Halloween 5 that much.
Why would you?
The only thing I really remember about that night is I was drinking a lot of vodka and lemonade and listening to a lot of
some
NWA.
Zimas, yeah.
No Zima. This was before the Zima days.
NWA, nice.
Fucking A.
I'm old, remember?
NWA and the Posse, or
NWA. Straight,
okay,
straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Cruising down the streets in my Nintendo 64.
Listening to that on the East Coast, you get popped down by Vegas.
I don't give a fuck, man. I prefer West Coast shit.
Me too.
What about Bert Kreischer?
I'm talking rap, stupid.
Oh, okay. Tim Dillon's a West Coast guy.
No, he's not. He's an East Coast guy.
I'm pretty sure he lives in L.A. Last I checked.
Oh, he lives in Texas, retard.
Oh, well, whatever.
Why is this West Coast, East Coast thing still going on today?
I don't think it really is in rap. In comedy, it only really exists for the East Coast guys. The West Coast fags are like just too involved with, getting their nose up someone famous's ass so they can, keep working in sitcoms.
It's basically East, West, South, pretty much. Yeah. Dan's in the epicenter of where everything is now. Hotlanta.
Hotlanta!
The dirty.
Trap music, trapping all the time.
Let me shouts out to Outkast.
Bombs over Baghdad.
Little David Banner.
David Banner, that's down my area.
Lil Wayne.
I've met David Banner before.
Really? That song "Play" is one of my favorite songs ever. It's disgusting.
I ain't never scared. Dun, 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 dun. Silence.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out when Next Gen is talking about NWO, HOF,
I'm a
or like.
punk. Us
No,
and New
it's
World Order.
wrestling talk.
Ah,
We're in double skirt.
that's why I don't get it.
Yeah.
Isn't there
The
some big
go blow to
some
your
big
melon.
wrestling match going on?
Bitch, WrestleMania, baby.
Earlier tonight.
Saturday and Sunday, and then there was the
Wait, that
nerd,
started already?
the nerd wrestling was yesterday and tonight. It's for the dorks like Dan.
It's a
Formerly
good
me.
main event.
I watched some of that Finn Balor carrying cross, the end of it, while I was recovering from the bomb. Bone Crusher. Thank you, Ben Grimm. I couldn't fucking think of who that was.
Did nobody
That's what it
watch
said,
the
Bone
Masters?
Oh, Jay's the Masters guy in the group.
Jay, were you watching today?
What
Opening
happened?
day?
The Masters?
Opening
Golf?
day at the Masters, yeah.
Yes. Well, it's a soft G. It's Yelf.
I was at work, otherwise I would have been watching.
I drive my Golf.
I care more about that than wrestling.
Volkswagen
Well,
Golf.
that's
I don't know if you're
that's
talking
why
about.
you are. That's why you are who you are, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I
love you
very
for it.
seldom watch golf because I might as well just walk next door if I want to see golfing.
Yeah, I'll play it. I'm bad at it, but
Me too.
it's
I
fun.
suck.
It's just a nice day out, you know.
How about Texas Frightmare Weekend? We all go play some golf.
I ain't making it to Texas. Are you crazy?
Let's do
When
it.
is that?
I don't know.
September.
Who knows?
It's like the middle of September.
I'm staying at Hayden's house. I'm going to see that toilet in person.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? I will make the trip down, and if we're all staying at Hayden's house,
Yeah, I mean,
I'll bring a sleeping bag for Hayden. I'm taking the bed.
In all seriousness, like if you guys can get to me, I'll drive there. I'll pay for gas and everything.
What are you driving, punk? You gonna fit all these fat guys in a sedan?
I could probably drive something a little bit bigger than that
Okay, that's
if
good.
need be.
What do you think, like a U-Haul?
I could maybe borrow a Suburban if needed.
All right. Or maybe a U-Haul would be safer. Just
Borrow
strap
a
us,
U-Haul. I'll just
strap us all in the back.
get a window unit, put it in there.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And I saw a horse trailer one time filled with,
People.
presumably illegal immigrants.
Sure.
Oh wow!
Well,
You can
of course.
see them. That's not great strategy.
Well,
though.
yeah, they weren't doing a very good job at hiding. But
Wait,
it
where
got
is
really
this?
hot. It was like 1,000 degrees outside, and they were.
Well, so they just needed, the breeze.
Was this in El Paso?
Ooh, Toronto's an old young man. Wu-Tang, KRS-One.
Nice.
I think KRS-One might be Whoopi Goldberg. I've never
It's like
seen
the whole
those two in
Blade
the-
soundtrack.
I've never seen those two in the same place.
Oh,
Fireside.
Yeah, happy
happy
birthday, Christian.
birthday.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, Christian. Thank you for the
Happy
video
birthday.
today. It was very nice. Oh, yeah, he did a From Dusk Till Dawn video, too.
Mhm.
Yep.
I saw.
Terrific.
I'm glad he
opening.
likes it. I mean, I
Really
know he's
good
already
opening.
seen it, but
Yeah.
Well,
know
I'm glad
what I
it kind of opened his eyes up a little bit.
Mhm.
You watch it with fresh eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
'Cause I love
Christian
it.
and
Me
Yeah.
too. Love it.
yeah, definitely.
I forget how much I love it, though. Like I'll watch it, like, holy shit, that's awesome. And then I won't watch it for a couple years. Like, yeah, it's fine. It's decent. But Selma Hayek is like, you forget how good she looks there.
Oh yeah.
I was not allowed to even speak during that part. Like, Santa, whatever face pandemonium is
Yeah.
dancing. Boobs.
It's not a lot of talking. I think that commentary at that point, I think just kind
No,
of
it's just
everybody's
sad.
zoned in.
Everyone's just trying not to drool on stream.
She's beautiful.
She still is. She really
Mhm.
still is.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's still gorgeous. Yeah.
What was Juliette Lewis? Was Ma? She was in Ma. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Ma?
Yeah.
The Octavia Spencer vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that any
I have
good?
not seen that.
I
yet.
think it is. Yeah, I think it's at least worth a watch. Maybe it's not great, but
I think it's
It's
on
interesting.
HBO.
yeah,
think it
it
is.
is.
Cool. I'll watch it then.
That's
I
one
If you
I
want
skipped.
to,
go ahead.
I was just saying, if you want a recent-ish, really cool Salma Hayek movie, Everly is a good action film. Joe Lynch did it. She's pretty badass in that.
Did you guys like Savages? Is that what it was called? Savages or Savage or something
I-
like that?
Savages.
Savage
I remember
Garden.
liking it.
With John Travolta? Was
Was
he
he
in
in
that?
that? Was he in that?
Taylor Kitsch, I think, is in it. Is it Amber Heard? Is she
No,
the?
it's Blake Lively.
But yeah, that's right. The other blonde girl. Okay.
Blake Lively. Don't you fucking mix those two up.
Okay, never mind. I don't know why
One
I
is a
thought
nice
John
girl.
Travolta.
The other.
Oh wait, no, John Travolta was in there.
Oh, it's
Yes,
Darren
he
Hayes
was.
and
That's
it's
right.
Darren Hayes and Daniel Jones. They're in that.
And man, Aaron Taylor Johnson, I feel like is really underrated.
They do that song "Truly, Madly, Deeply." The animal.
I didn't even
song.
recognize the dude in Tenet.
I know I loved you.
Is that Kick-Ass? The Kick-Ass guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really put on some muscle.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Toronto, his birthday was on the 8th of April. But I think he would still love a personalized video.
That's
Just
Twin
saying.
Peaks Day.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
31 years ago, Twin Peaks.
Is that right?
31.
Yesterday.
Yikes.
Twin Pikes.
And I remember exactly what I was doing. I was watching Twin Peaks, the pilot episode, and eating a ton of Easter candy out of my basket.
Ooh.
Mm.
I didn't exist.
No,
2 more
I was
years.
16. 16,
What was the date?
April 8th, 1990.
Did it grab you immediately?
Immediately. I was already gonna like it anyway. I mean, my mom was immediately came to me as soon as she found out about the show coming on and was like, listen, David Lynch has got this TV show coming. And I was like, get out. She's like, yeah. Because she knew already that I liked him because she brought me to see Blue Velvet, which was highly uncomfortable at times, but I wanted her to think I could handle anything. So I was totally chill.
Hey, Jay.
Dude.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hola!
With When I Bows.
¿Qué pasa, mi amigo?
You know, you missed your opportunity tonight to do your Kiss from a Rose.
I did?
Yeah.
When was that?
I was trying to get Lauren to hit some bars, and he wouldn't do it.
What,
Too
on his
bad.
guitar?
No, just to sing "Kiss from a Rose." That's Oric's known for singing that song.
Yeah. There is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You make my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby.
It's funny.
I would continue, but you know.
Corny doesn't like hearing white people sing black.
Oh, man, I bet he could really hit those high notes.
Look,
Were you ever in choir or anything, Hayden?
me?
Yeah.
No. What are you
How's
talking
that a
No.
stupid question?
Nah, he sang in church for sure.
No.
You weren't
Wait,
like,
did I?
Did you do some
I'm-
psalms?
Wait,
I just
what
figured-
makes you think I have a voice? I can't.
No,
you can hit the high
sing
notes,
for
man.
crap.
you could hit the high notes.
Wait, have I ever sang publicly on stream?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
When?
hit some high
I don't
notes.
know.
Do it.
Hayden, did
How?
you know that when it
I
snows,
can't sing at all.
your eyes become
Now he's shy.
Aw.
Baby, I can please you a kiss from a rose on the ground. Ooh, the more I get of you, stranger it feels. Yeah.
I'm gonna be singing this for a week
Now
now.
that your
Mhm.
roses in bloom.
Earworm.
I don't know.
Like that.
I find the best way to get rid of that is to crank the song as loud as you can and just fucking belt it. Not to sound good, just to push it out.
Get it out.
You know?
I'll tell you what, 80s and 90s soundtracks were the shit.
Yeah.
Blade, Mortal Kombat, Top Gun, Rocky 4, Beverly Hills
Place.
Cop, fucking Jurassic Park.
Beverly Hills Cop, not that great of a movie.
Dude,
Fuck
you are
you.
on crack.
I mean, it was okay.
I have
You're
to
an
agree
asshole.
with Corny. I'm not pleased. Well,
But he listen.
Yeah,
He
I
says,
didn't like
"Oh,
that
he
much.
goes, oh," but he says, "Oh, it's not that good of a movie because he's thinking
Compared
of
to-
fucking
I'm just trying to piss everyone
Shanghai
off.
Noon or fucking I
Hey,
Spy."
Jamie, don't I know you from somewhere?
I Spy. What the hell is that?
know me from somewhere.
That
Yeah, and then you go,
McCartney
"That ain't me, I'm from
McCarthy
Buffalo."
movie?
What?
Okay.
That's the part in the movie.
What?
Never mind.
Oh, I must.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
remember
yeah,
any of the
yeah.
dialogue.
That ain't me, I'm from Buffalo.
Oh. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that movie in 25 years at least.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, then you need to rewatch it because I think your judgment's a little off.
You don't look a day over 25.
Aw, thanks.
Oh, look at hearts for everyone in the chat.
Aw.
Hearts for everyone in the chat.
Hayden,
How's
Actually,
that
if you guys
lollipop?
saw me up close, you'd see.
What?
You'd see the age. You'd see the
No.
wrinkles that I
I
had
don't
and the gray
see
hair.
anything but natural beauty.
Aw, you are
Now,
sucking up.
don't show this to your husband because I don't want to die.
Yeah,
Oh,
please don't show him
please
any
don't
of
worry
my
about that.
streams. I'm pretty
Don't
sure
worry
I've.
about that.
Never
Don't
mind.
show anybody any of Corey's streams.
Cheers, Mountain Dew.
Don't show strangers his streams.
If you want to become a Patreon,
A Patreon.
I'm not. I don't have Patreon yet. I
I want to
will.
become a Patreon.
Patreon,
I don't
put
have.
that shit down.
Hayden,
I don't
are you
feel
just
like-
joking about
What?
Rush Hour being a good movie? Because there's no way you really believe that.
I really do. I love Rush Hour and Rush Hour 2. The third one's crap,
See,
but
I could get liking the first one, but the second one's not good.
the second one's the best. And look, it's one of those movies like you guys might have nostalgia for Halloween or Friday the 13th. Well, I wasn't alive then.
Neither was I.
I was watching
Neither
Rush
was I.
Hour and
Corey,
Shanghai
Corey, you're-
Nights. And
You're like 6 months younger than me.
I was born
I
in
don't know.
'88, dude.
I don't
The
know.
only
It's
way
one of
you're
those
talking to
movies.
who's that old Corey is me.
I grew up with it.
Hey, you
okay,
stop
so-
that.
You're one of those. Like, it's tantamount to like someone. Oh, national security's my favorite movie.
Get out my Bernie
I like
finger.
national security.
And by the way,
It should
I
be
do
your
not-
favorite movie.
I do not bring up Rush Hour very often at all. It's all of you guys
Not
who bring it
anymore.
up.
Not anymore.
I never have. I brought it up like once.
No.
And then you guys kept pushing it on me like,
Used to be
oh,
like
it's,
this. You'd be like,
anytime I
guys,
critique
yeah.
a movie, everyone would be
You'd be
like,
like, hey,
oh, but
what
it's
you-
not better than Rush Hour.
You'd be like, Hayden, what you watch this week? And you'd be like, yeah.
I
Rush
just
Hour
watched the
1 and 2.
Shanghai's and then Rush Hour 1 again.
You know, Rush Hour.
And
I
then
got you
Spy.
beat, Toronto Freddy. I was born in '73.
Mm.
Hey guys, I watched
Oh.
Rush Hour 1 and 2.
Hey, this is the Cornelius collection, and I watched Rush Hour 2 this week. 6
Man.
times.
Rush Hour.
Where
I'm
is-
sorry, but you guys are just wrong about it all. Bad Boys. Bad Boys for life.
No. I've never seen
Bad-
it, but it
Bad
looks like
Boys,
crap.
yeah.
It's
You ever
not
seen
crap.
Bad Boys?
It's awesome.
Bad Boys 1
Guys,
and 2
Face
are
Off 3
definitely
is really
better than-
awesome.
Oh, dude, I don't know why they're rebooting Face Off, but
What?
that'll be interesting.
That's a great movie as it is. They don't
I
have to
know.
redo that one.
I kind of wish they weren't. Now that I've seen it.
I will touch your face. Oh, shut up, stupid. I hate that fucking movie.
Oh no, I love Face Off.
Face Off's awesome.
I love Face Off.
Face
So there's-
Off.
Right, exactly. That's exactly
Nick
my
Cage
point.
is crazy in it, and I love that.
They both
Ben-
are. Him and
Ben
Travolta
Grimm,
both.
Ben Grimm is correct. Bad Boys is greater than Rush Hour.
Oh, it's way better than Rush
Although,
Hour.
and I'll say this too:
I don't know.
Bad Boys 2.
Thanks, Freddie.
That's what you guys. That's what you guys said about that goddamn Lethal Weapon movie.
And that
Oh
is
my
better
God.
than Rush Hour.
It
It's
was
so
not-
much better.
It was okay.
Listen, without Lethal Weapon, Rush Hour wouldn't even exist.
Word.
I don't know. I don't think they had any influence on each other at all.
It
I swear to God, being on streams with Courtney, I'm gonna grind my teeth out of my jaw.
I'd like to see Chris Tucker just killed by Mel Gibson in the opening of the next Lethal Weapon.
I was
Just
just gonna say
immediately.
just by wild rhinos, just
Yeah.
trampled, you know.
but he's playing his part from The Fifth Element though.
Yeah, there you
Which
go.
is similar to his part in Friday, which is similar to his part in fucking what was that Charlie Sheen movies and
Money
I don't
Money
talks.
know.
Talks.
I've
Talks.
only seen him in Rush Hour.
That's all he plays.
He does a hilarious Michael Jackson impression in Friday.
Wait,
Um,
wait. You haven't seen The Fifth Element?
I've seen that. I didn't know he was in that though.
That's the only good movie I think he did.
Did he play an,
I like
does he play an
Friday.
alien or what?
Friday's terrific. It's a classic.
Are you serious right now, Corny? Because he's the guy that goes bzzz, bzzz.
I don't know. That's another movie I haven't seen since I was a kid.
Well, I mean,
What's
we need to
his
get on
name?
Hayden's level. He's the black guy, Hayden.
Colored.
Oh, is that
Colored,
Danny
no.
Glover?
He's not the black guy. He's the colored. Colored boy down there.
He's what? Ruby Rod or whatever? Is that his name? Ruby Rod?
Yeah, he's like the host and everything.
Jay, can you get a real talk?
That's a real talk, ladies and gentlemen.
His annoying personality worked in that movie, but like, I don't know.
Zero, nice.
I'm jealous of you.
I don't think
Is
I
that
could
good?
get through a 90-minute Chris Tucker movie today.
Well, I mean, he can play serious roles. I just don't know that he does.
No.
Yeah, well, can he?
What's he even been in since, like, I haven't even seen him in anything for
He disappeared
ever.
for like.
He
at
got
least a
fat and
decade.
started fucking teenagers on Epstein's plane, so he doesn't act anymore. He's just like sweating at home, hoping his name stops coming up in investigations.
Yeah.
Corny's
He's-
mentions of him himself are keeping his career alive.
It's like on all the message boards, you just see Hayden viciously attacking anybody that gives it a bad review.
No, you are the one that sucks.
You fucking suck, man. Seriously.
You are the one who is the ball licker.
Yeah.
Give him the old Jay and Silent Bob.
I have to watch that sequel. I have it on Vudu.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
No, the sequel to that.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
reboot, it's
Yeah.
good. I liked it. I enjoyed
Really?
it thoroughly. It's fun.
Stone gave me the code, I think,
It's super fun.
like a year ago now.
I can't
haven't watched it.
stand fucking Silent Bob. Get out of here.
Aw, you don't like Kevin Smith? I love that guy.
No.
He's
I mean,
super
he seems
sweet.
like an okay
I like
person.
Silent Bob. I don't like Kevin Smith.
I cannot stand characters that don't talk, like Mr. Bean, Ernest, or whatever the hell his name is.
Ernest
talks
Ernest
nonstop.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't like Mr. Bean either, but I don't know. I think it's a dumb name. I think he's British. Get it? No, I don't. Get out of here.
I don't know. Mr. Bean's all right if you're in the mood. Watch
They
something like that.
call Jay Mr. Bean.
Benny Hill.
No.
You just don't like British comedy.
I just can't believe that guy won an award for Mr. Bean.
Mostly that's true, yeah. Because I don't like fucking Monty Python either.
Yeah. I can see
I
that.
like some.
Like I respect them because I mean fucking most people that are doing comedy. Well, not now, but most people from like fucking 80s doing comedy, 80s and 90s wouldn't have done it. Being like not stand up, but like sketch comedy shit. Like you wouldn't have Stella or
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
Stella,
The
what is that?
State. Did you ever watch The State?
State. Yeah.
Yeah, I love their stuff.
I mean, fucking Reno 9. Yeah, Reno 911
I
wouldn't
love all that.
exist.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. That show's on HBO Max. That's great.
I've never watched that.
It's
Reno
great.
911. Oh, watch it if you have
It's
HBO
fun.
Max. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's like a fake police procedural type thing. Like, it's like a fake cops.
Mhm.
They're in
Oh,
Reno.
cool.
It's set in Reno, Nevada. It's
Awesome.
good shit.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Wet Hot American Summer wouldn't exist.
I just
Oh.
watched that
Oh,
2 weeks.
yeah. I know we talked about it on your last stream. And
Yeah, it was
I
so
love
good. I really enjoyed that thoroughly. I
if
really
you-
can't believe I let it slip past
do,
me.
do you have
The
Netflix?
movie or the
Yeah,
show?
The movie.
Movie.
Oh, okay.
Do you have Netflix, Jamie?
I do.
There are two I believe, 2 miniseries. One is like before the movie, and one is like 10 years after. And
Same
both,
characters.
yeah, for the most part. What's his name isn't in either of them, but they explain that away with a nose job.
Paul Rudd.
They changed it. No, Paul Rudd's in them. And fucking he's in The Hangover. What the fuck's his name?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Thank you.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's hot.
He gets banged in the butt in the movie.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really terrible.
Michael Ian Black makes love to him in the shit.
Hmm.
Oh, I remember. Yes.
Ran a midnight meat train on him.
Oh,
You
That
said
was
Bradley Coocher?
Yeah.
Bradley Cooter.
Ashton's cousin.
That's Ashton's twin brother. He has cerebral palsy.
Yeah, besides,
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Oh, all right, guys. Well, we've been going 2 hours, and I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna call it for the night. But thanks
Sweet.
for joining me, you guys.
Thanks
I
for
really
having
appreciate it. I love it when you guys support
Sweet.
me. It makes me feel good about myself.
yeah, it's fun.
Anytime.
Mhm.
Oh, thanks. But okay, guys. Well, you guys have a good night, and we will see you later. Thanks for
Iris loves you.